Britt.
Yeah, Alan and Kira, this is just a small portion of the fans waiting here in line at the Chico Tinseltown theaters to see the midnight showing of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Take a look inside. There's at least 100 people in there, some who have been waiting for days on end. And I just drove through the parking lot. There's a line that wraps around to the back of the building. So this is a completely separate line. They're actually waiting to see the double feature. They'll be able to see Part 1 and Part 2 simultaneously, which critics do recommend. And there is also a 3D version, I believe 2 showings tonight, and you get to walk home with these great glasses that you get to keep. A lot of fun happening here. Unfortunately, most of the shows are sold out for tonight, but catch them this weekend if you're a fan. Reporting live in Chico for Action News, I'm Britt Carlson. Now, McGee told police that the incident reportedly happened at this radio station where he was employed. He had brought a 15-year-old girl here to show her how the radio station worked. But the very next morning, he went down the road and turned himself in to the Chico Police Department. Yeah, Kira, tonight is the Chico Public's night to make their opinions known. Now, the protesters of the sewer rate increase are wearing these pretty bright, blatant T-shirts, making an obvious statement. We've been following this story closely for about 6 months when Assemblyman Dan Logue was approached by several local officials. Now they're one step closer to banning alcohol here on the Sacramento River. It's the summer experience of a lifetime, packed full with water safety and just plain fun. I'm Britt Carlson, and coming up, I'll take you to the Summer Aquatics Camp. Yeah, Alan and Kira, and this achievement is one of Butte College's greatest. But it didn't come easy. From battling a lawsuit to searching everywhere for funding, Butte College did it and proved the skeptics wrong. Butte College is no longer just a community college in the North State. It's become a leader in a limitless alternative power, solar energy.
When you think about the small idea just growing into something like this where we've made history, sometimes you just have to pinch yourself.
It started in 2004 when the Board of Trustees was approving some new campus buildings, but one trustee in particular noticed a glaring absence.
There wasn't any consideration in any of those plans for solar. I suggested that we look at solar as a possibility, and boy, things have really taken off since then.
There were many critics along the way who told Butte College it was too big of a project.
I think anytime people say you can't, you just dig deeper and you figure out how you can. And I think once we had the vision, we knew that we could make it happen.
7 years, dozens of grants and bonds, and 25,000 solar panels later, Butte College is now grid positive, a term the college coined. Just walking around the Butte College campus, you'll see solar arrays everywhere, over walkways, in parking lots. It's a financially responsible project that's really paying off. The project costs $31.6 million, but in the next 15 years, the college will be saving $50 to $75 million.
That takes care of all of its electrical needs through solar energy, and are even able to send some back to the grid and therefore profit from it.
Butte College already received a payment close to $1 million from PG&E for the energy it produced.
I'm encouraging all of our colleges to look at all kinds of ways in which you can decrease your costs so we can serve students more effectively.
An innovative step toward energy and possibly financial independence. Quite a feat over there at Butte College. Well, Lieutenant Governor Gavin Newsom released a statement today applauding Butte College for being a model, showing the way toward a clean energy future. And President Vanderploeg's last date is tomorrow. I spoke with her and she says it's good to be retiring on such a positive note. For Action News, I'm Britt Carlson. The hardship placed on numerous customers of Holbrook's Furniture and Appliance in Oroville is unfathomable.
It hurts because we're on low income. And we had to use a laundromat here.
This family purchased a used washer that was never delivered.
The truck, the washer was on the truck on its way. The business closed that day, never showed up.
This is refrigerator number 5.
Another Oroville family bought a refrigerator that immediately needed repairs.
And then there would be times they say that they would send somebody, and so I would stay home all day waiting, and nobody would show.
These are stories the Better Business Bureau has heard over and over about this particular store, and it's given the Oroville store an F rating. So have customers who, after weeks of calling and showing up at the store for their purchases, demanded their money back.
We took them to court. They didn't even show up in court, so we won by default.
As long as I signed the BBB complaint saying that it was resolved, he'd give me the money back. So he did.
The owners were not at the store Tuesday and were unavailable for comment, but the owners of the original Holbrooks in Chico had plenty to say. They're fed up with the Oroville owners and say they're constantly tainting their family name and good reputation.
We sold that store about 20 years ago, and unfortunately we never took the name off. We get them calling our store thinking it's our store. It's you know, they're associated with it, and they're not.
Here's a look at just a handful of the lawsuits that have been filed against Holbrooks Furniture and Appliance in Oroville. And when you look at their site on the Better Business Bureau, at least 12 complaints exist. Now, it just goes to show you should do your research before any major purchases. Although these folks finally got their money back, no dollar amount can make up for the headache they endured.
The reputation as far as they go with us is the worst business I've ever seen anybody do.
For Action News, I'm Britt Carlson.